Hi guys.
Hello.
We are here to give a 3-month review of us being on the road full-time in a Class A RV as full-time RVers and
A travel nurse.
a travel nurse. First of all, we want to throw a thanks out again to Mark and Julie on RV Love for inspiring us to do this. And also this format of a 3-month, 6-month, 9-month, and a year review is coming directly from their format that they had, that they do have on their YouTube channel. So, thank you, Mark and Julie, for everything that you guys have done. You've been huge inspiration to us. And if nobody knows who they are, I will put a link down below, or you can just research RV Love.
Yeah, go check out their page. They've done a lot of awesome things.
Yes, yes.
A lot of cool things.
A lot of cool things. Anyways, so what we want to talk about, first of all, is the selling of our home. We had a log home in Pennsylvania. It wasn't a very large log home, but it was our home. It was our dream home. And moving from that into a RV was a huge experience. Not impossible. We've done it, and we are actually, I would be honest, we could probably even go smaller. At first it was kind of a shock, but now it's kind of like, okay, we can see that you don't need all that stuff. So that was one thing, selling the house. The cool part was we listed it and we had it sold within 2 months. So things moved very, very quickly for us. And it was very scary at first, and everything started to come together. I was already doing my research for what type of motorhome we were going to purchase. And we finally settled down with a 2015, it was a leftover model, brand new, 2015 Canyon Star 3914 floor plan. And we will do a video tour of it, the inside at some point, so y'all can see that. So that process was interesting. So the selling of the home was very quick, and the buying of the RV was an experience. And all I can say, guys, is when you buy an RV, how do I say this? Trust yourself. Don't trust the seller. That's all I can say. Okay? I don't care who it is. You will be left down. Just trust yourself.
Do your research.
Do your research.
Do your own research.
Do your research. And when you think you have it nailed, do more. That's all I can say. Now, with me saying that, Newmar has been great. Newmar has been awesome. Thank God for Newmar.
Yeah, what we did was when we bought the RV, in the interim we moved into an apartment in the meantime, bought the RV, and then we stayed at a campground in Pennsylvania for about a month. And then we came down here to North Carolina, and some things were fixed on the way down. We stopped at the dealer and they fixed some things, and then we got down here, we parked, and some new things went wrong, and we have a guy we call up at Newmar, and he gets it fixed right away. We have a mobile service that comes right here to our campground and fixes things. So they've been awesome.
Yeah.
Been really
And
good.
Newmar, if there's anybody on YouTube just checking this stuff out, thank you.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
Newmar's
Keep up the good work.
good brand.
But there are other brands out there that are just as good. To name another, Tiffin.
Yeah, good things about Tiffin.
And of course, if you really want to go with some $1 million coaches, Prevost, and there's a lot of them.
Out of our price range.
But yeah, that'll be next year.
Next year, maybe 5 years from now, 10 years from now.
But anyways,
this has been a good coach.
Yeah,
We've really,
it's been good. There's lots of room. There's a lot of room in
plenty
here.
of space. We don't need any more space, honestly. We have opposing slides in our living area. We have like a split bathroom, so we have a sink and a shower on one side of the hall and a sink and a toilet on the other side of the hall. which is really nice.
So like I said, we'll do a tour. We'll do a tour later on, and we'll post that later. But with us buying it, I mean, there were some issues, but just like I said, do your research on sellers, okay? But leaving the house and going, into an RV, but not just that, but leaving the area eventually. There were some challenges within that too.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of them mainly with Katie.
I took that harder than Dave did. I was in Pennsylvania. I was about 2.5 hours from my family, my parents, my sister, my nieces and nephews, and I could just get in the car and go there for the weekend, and go to my nieces and nephews' birthday parties and whatnot. And now we're down here, and it's just been a little getting used to not seeing them and not being closer to them, and I do miss them quite a bit. And leaving our friends there in Newport, and my job that I've been at, worked at the same hospital for 10 years in Pennsylvania, so that was a change leaving there, but it's been really good, getting into the travel nursing. I've been working at this hospital in Winston-Salem and just met some great people down there, had some really great experiences, great patients. It's just been...
And from the traveling aspect,
really
I will
good.
tell you that, from the traveling nurse aspect, one of the things, she was kind of really scared.
I was terrified. I was terrified of being a travel nurse, because I had this vision in my head. I'm a travel nurse. I have to come in and I have to know everything. I can't ask any questions, and I'm an expert. And whereas they do expect me to have a level of autonomy,
good general knowledge,
I need
yes.
to be independent, obviously. But what I've learned, I've asked a ton of questions. Where's this? Where's that? How do I get this? How do I get that? Some of the, I'm bouncing ideas off the experienced nurses down there, just the same as I would in, where I came from in Harrisburg. What do you think about this is going on with this patient? What do you think? What would you do? And, and those are the kind of things I felt like I wasn't going to be able to ask, because I had this vision of you have to know everything, but it's not like that at all. This place where I'm at, they're very welcoming, they're very open, and I have a ton of resources available to me when I'm working, so it's been really, really good experience for my first travel job. So yep.
Yeah, and she learned a lot, and that was really cool. So there was that adjustment there with her being an RN, traveling nurse, but it's been great. One of the other things that I will say is that we only travel around 3 to 4 different places mainly a year. There are places in between, like when we're leaving here. By the way, we are in North Carolina, in a small town called Mount Airy, which is where
Andy Griffith was born.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And right up the road is Mount Pilot, or Pilot Mountain rather. So there's a lot of beautiful areas, a lot of beautiful things around here, and we will be leaving here eventually within like the next week and a half, and heading out to Arizona for another 13-week assignment out there. Now we're going to take like 2 weeks to travel out, so we're going to explore a little bit on our way out, but that'll be there for 13 weeks. So we don't get to move like every other day or every week or something like that. But when we get into that area, we cover it pretty good. So we're going to have a lot of small little video clips and pictures and different things of what we have done and experienced in this area. Because we have the Blue Ridge Parkway that's very close. There's up on the Blue Ridge Parkway, there are so many different things up there that is just absolutely phenomenal. And lots of state parks around the area, and just beautiful places. Pinehurst, golfing and stuff just up the road. So there's
not that we've been golfing. We're not golfers.
No, we're not golfers, but just lots of beautiful places around. So we'll have some small little video clips and pictures of stuff like that at the end, or later on in our channel we'll post some stuff like that. but meeting people where we are at, you know, even though we have left a lot of friends behind and some family, you know, we are out on the road and we are meeting people that are just incredible. We have a neighbor next door here. He builds Walmarts. You know, he's like a big general contractor for Walmarts,
and dollar stores.
Dollar stores and stuff. And a great guy, you know, and shout out to him if he gets a chance to see this. We don't want to mention his name, but, you know, shout out to him. He knows who he is. And a great guy. He's been a blessing to us. Great guy just to talk with. And he's from Georgia, and he'll run to Georgia and come back every so often, and he will, you know, have little things like, you know, some venison meat for us or something like that.
A lot of good, yummy treats from him.
Treats from him and jerky, you know.
So there's just been a ton of people. There's actually a family that we met. They were here for a long time, and we'll be catching up with them on our way out west. They live in Tennessee. We'll be driving right through their hometown, and we're going to stop for 2 days and you know, camp near their house and catch up with them. And it's just been, you know, on the flip side of leaving the friends and family, it's hard. But
then you get blessed in other ways.
You gain a lot of you know, good people out here, so it's been awesome. So
it's been great. In fact, later on today, we are going into the little town of Mount Airy, and I don't know if anybody ever heard of Thelma Lou from on the Andy Griffith Show.
Barney's girlfriend.
But that's Barney's girl. Yep. She's 90 today. Today is
Happy
August
birthday,
29th, and she is 90 today. And we're going in to celebrate her birthday later on today, and it's going to be a good old time, and she's going to be there and give a little speech and stuff. So happy birthday, Thelma Lou. And
there's just been so many cool things we've been able to do. A lot of cool stuff we could do.
So if you're thinking about full-time RVing, I would say what Mark and Julie said, and some other people that are on YouTube, that have YouTube channels, just do it. If it's your dream, just do it. Guys, a year ago, or a little over a year ago, this was a dream. This was a dream. There's no way. I don't even know
if a year ago we even had this in our...
No, we may not have.
I don't even think it was coming up close to a year ago, but I don't even think a year ago right now that this was even in our brain. And now here we are, household, have an RV, we're sitting at Mayberry Campground, and I'm almost done with my first travel assignment. It's absolutely crazy.
You know, will we do this forever? Probably not.
I don't think so. But it's
Will we do it for a while? I think so. I think so. I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff and experiences that we
wanted to
just want to do.
The country. We were, you know, there's so much of this beautiful country we haven't seen and experienced, and you know, we'll be dead before we see it. So we need to take advantage of the life we have right now, because we're not guaranteed tomorrow.
No. You know, so I just encourage you, if you are watching this video, kind of like the way that I ran into Mark and Julie's video on RV Love, you know how you're on YouTube and you're watching, you know, something about golfing, and the next thing you know, you're watching something about, I don't know, motorcycle riding, death traps or something. That's what happened to me. And next thing I know, I was watching a video clip of these people that sold their home and full-timing and RVing, and that was Mark and Julie, and it just lit a little spark in me, and next thing you know, we had a raging fire going on, and I just wanted to sell everything and just go. And you know, Katie, of course, wasn't on board at first, but then all of a sudden she started thinking about it. She's like, you know what, this would be awesome. She's on board. Here we are, you know, like she said, done with her first 13-week assignment as a traveling nurse. Do it. That's all I can say. Just do it. Start planning it out and get it done. So, anyways, that's our review of our first 3 months.
3 months on the road.
On the road. And have any comments? Just write them on the bottom.
I'd be glad to answer.
Yep, or any questions or whatever. So, all right.
All right.
Take care.
Thank
God
you.
bless.
Bye.
Bye-bye.